Welcome back. Off camera, I checked my inventory, and wouldn't you know it, I picked up, probably inside the mine, this rawhide jack of Magica. So we definitely put that on. We also were able to get another point put into our capacitor for passive under our storm calling. And weapon, that's where I picked up the two-hander, was the critical charge. I also picked up the passive for medium armor. And that was it. We ran out of points. Now we still have our food buff going for an hour and 39 minutes, so we don't need to do anything with that. We do need today to work on the final piece of the Divine Inquiries quest, which has us going over to where the Ashlanders are. Nobody speaks well of the Ashlanders, so we might be about to find out why. So we'll get on our mount and go that way. Maybe we can go back this way and hit a pathway back north. Here we go. Go through the city, perhaps.
I can't believe they want us to go outside the house to find Vea.
Now, we have a pretty good idea that the Ashlanders have taken the item that we're looking for, which is a type of a tool. And they're not sure, but I think they're trying to turn it into a powerful weapon. They have no idea what it's really useful for. So we have to get that item for Vivek. This may be the longest and most dangerous task that we have done so far. So Jenna's a little bit nervous about this. She's ready. Okay, we're almost there. Did I pass it? Yeah, there's some kind of another path. That's not it. Oh! How did we pass it? There. Here. Okay. There's a way shrine. Oh. I guess they call him an Ashlander because they live in the mountains. Near the volcano, perhaps. Oh!
I demand to see my brother. Lay hands upon me, and you will lose them.
Oh dear. I see the wish right there.
You there! The territory of the Red Exiles shouldn't be traveled lightly.
Hello.
Ashlanders once respected each other, helped one another. You'd think these were house wolves or tribunal dogs, the way they treated me. Speaking of the tribunal, you have the smell of dog about you. I wonder why that is.
Uh-oh. I'm looking for something for Lord Vivek.
Lord Vivek, is it? And I thought all the tribunal cared about was building monuments to their own greatness. Nice to see that one of them cares about what's going on beyond their borders. Well, perhaps we can aid each other this day, Outlander.
What kind of help do you need?
Ashlanders are nomads, but we gather at sacred sites to trade, confer, and pay homage to the past. Aldrin is such a place. That's why Chodala invited the Red Exiles here. But these outcasts won't let me into their camp. I need to find my brother.
Her brother is her brother, Chodala, perhaps. Who's Chodala?
My brother, Chodala,
yeah.
is the Ashkan of our tribe, and I am his ambassador. I act as a go-between among the tribes. Chodala wants to unite the Dunmer and calmly end the era of the bickering houses. He hopes to convince the tribes to follow his lead.
All right, well, what do you need me to do?
Head into the Red Exiles camp and find my brother. Otherwise, see if you can find out what he was doing in there and where he's gone. Be wary of the outcasts. As you saw, they won't hesitate to attack without reason or provocation.
This is a dangerous mission. All right, I'll go look for Chodala.
Chodala went to meet with the Red Exiles leader and hasn't returned. If I enter the camp and have to kill any of those foolish outcasts, it could have serious repercussions for our negotiations. Find my brother, and I'll help you with your quest.
Ooh, she doesn't even know what my quest is. Is your brother a ruler?
No, just our tribe,
Oh,
the Urshilaku, though he's respected by most of the other Ashlanders for his wisdom and strength of will. He does hope to unite the tribes in a common cause, however. That's one of the reasons we've gathered here at Aldrin.
okay.
The Red Exiles. They're violent, dangerous Ashlanders who were banished from their tribes and joined together to create their own clan. Chodala invited them to the gathering and went into the camp to talk, but he's been gone too long. I'm worried.
All right, thank you. I want to run up there and get that way shrine first. Let's do that, but hopefully without meeting any of these people yet. Okay. Oh. Who we want is back this way. Okay, so there's two camps. That camp over there, and this one over here. Okay, so how do I get to this one? Alright. Red Exile Handlers and Fire Breather. Alright, let's try to avoid. At least scope out. Shoot. I mean, they're all over the place here. Who we need is over there. Inside, perhaps? No, there's a note. Let's read this. Notes on the meeting with Chodala, Neravarine, and wielder of Suna Ra, compiled by Scribe Dakin. Kund-Ud greeted Ashkan Chodala as Gulakon Yus Zashkin, and Nibapur, the fire breather, looked on. Chodala displayed no fear and showed Kund-Ud a level of respect rarely given to tribal outcasts. We had lent him the use of a small war band of Red Exiles, but now he was here to negotiate a more permanent arrangement. Chodala began the meeting by explaining his plans for tribunal unification, stressing that there was a place for the Red Exiles in his unified vision. Kund-un demanded to know why the Red Exiles should even consider returning to the tribes that banished them. Chodala appeared thoughtful before he replied, "Because you are Ashlanders, and our blood calls one to another." Then Chodala demonstrated the power of the staff our warband helped him get. He called the staff Sunara, striking a stone with the tip of his staff so that the stone cracked like the shell of an egg. Kundud ordered his champion, Gulak Khan Us Jasten, to put the blasphemous Ashkan in his place. But no matter how many times her sword lashed out, it never once touched or pierced Chodala's flesh. "What kind of creature are you?" Kund-un demanded. "I am the Neva Vareen," Chodala proclaimed, and Kund-ud, Gulakan Ushjashtan, and Nebapur prostrated themselves before him. "The Red Exiles shall be my enforcers, and Usashtan shall be my champion," Chodala declared. "Prepare yourselves for my return. I have much work for you to do." Where are you going, Neravareen?" Kundund asked. "I need time to meditate upon our next course of action," Chodala said. "Then I have a meeting with the wise woman Davrosi to ratify my claim as a Neravareen." Chodala departed, and Gula Khan went with him, thus ending the meeting. Okay. Well, we have info. No, put that away. The trick is going to be to get out of here alive. Ooh. We're going to take these soul gems. Only because, you know, you can never have too many. There's a little box over there. It's a jewelry box. Oh, didn't get anything that great in there. Let's take this soul gem. We don't need a dagger. Okay. I think we've got all that we need from here. So let's try to sneak back out. Maybe we can go this way. Okay, we don't need to sneak.
You seem to have survived your visit to the Red Exiles camp. Did you find my brother?
Here. This. Read this.
Interesting. I never suspected that the outcasts were disciplined enough to keep records such as this. Oh no. I can't believe my brother would be so brazen.
He called himself the Neravareen. Do you know what that means?
It means that Chodala really has changed. With his newfound powers and rising ambitions, I fear what he plans for the tribes. I suppose you have a right to know what I'm talking about. Take this. I found it among my brother's possessions.
Another scroll? Did he write this?
Chodala discovered new power out in the wilderness, and it changed his view of the world. He writes about it in that document. Now he believes he's the Neravareen, and incites the tribes while I try to keep them all from doing anything rash.
So, what is the Neravareen?
You don't know?
No.
I thought... No, you're not an Ashlander, and the house elves rarely talk about such things. Long ago, there was a hero named Nerevar. He fought alongside the tribunal, before they claimed to be gods. until they betrayed him.
They betrayed him?
So our legends say. Nerevar united the Kaima and forged an alliance with the Dwemer. He died at the Battle of Red Mountain. We believe the Tribunal hastened his demise, despite Vivek's claims to the contrary.
But where does he fit into all of this?
The Nerevarine is a promise and a prophecy. We believe that, through the power of Azura, Nerevar will return to unite all Dunmer, House and Ashlander alike, and make Morrowind great again. The returned Nerevar will be known as the Nerevarine.
So you don't believe Chodala's claim?
While the prophecy of the Nerevarine can be interpreted as the end of the Tribunal, I have always seen it as a prediction of hope and peace. Chodala and some Ashlanders, such as the Red Exiles, favor war. That's not the Nerevarine I believe in.
Ah, I see. So you think he wants war?
He uses an Ashkon's words to plant dark ideas in his followers. Ideas that speak of false gods, lost traditions, and the need for a cleansing war. His words become more forceful every day, but I hope to dissuade him from this violent course.
What is this new power the parchment speaks about?
All I know is that his new power frightens me. Chodala returned from a sojourn in the wilderness more vibrant, more commanding. He's always been strong, but now he's fearless, practically invincible, and swifter than the fastest Ashlander scout.
So what do you think is the source of this power?
Chodala says his new abilities strengthen his claim as the Nerevarine. I think it's the staff he carries. He had it when he returned, and now it's always at his side. I know it's unreasonable, but I hate that staff. He calls it Sunara.
Okay, we need to get that staff. All right. Oh!
Outlander, over here!
This requires a considerable amount of effort, so just listen.
Okay.
We have a problem here.
Okay.
Return to my office immediately.
Wow, I didn't know he could do that. I thought that might be the prophet, whom I have to speak to still, but yeah, eventually. All right, well, shoot. Let's get to the my shrine. I wonder if he's been watching me this whole time. All right, let's get back to the city way shrine. Okay.
I'm rather busy right now.
Okay, the Archcannon's office is where we need to get to. Okay, should be right up these stairs. I hope that was fast enough for him. Archcannon, I have arrived.
At last. Did you see what's happening outside? Red Mountain rumbles louder and more frequently. The sky grows dark, and worst of all, The people are beginning to notice.
Actually, I hadn't
Soon
noticed,
I'll
sir.
have to muster the Ordinators to keep them from the palace doors.
So, is that the emergency? The people want to see Lord Vivek?
In part. Lord Vivek is... not well.
Uh-oh.
I won't allow his followers to see him in this state. He continues to lose energy, and it's becoming difficult for him to maintain the realm in his usual fashion. Now, what did your investigations uncover?
Okay, so he hasn't been following me. He doesn't know. I investigated the 3 locations that you sent me to, and here is what I learned.
I'll review these documents and present your findings to Lord Vivek. I was against bringing you into this investigation, but I was wrong. Thank you for aiding us. You should go see Lord Vivek now. He's been asking about you. I'll be along shortly.
You're going to just read the notes? I thought we could discuss what I learned.
Very well. Tell me what you learned at each of the locations, and let's see what conclusions we can come to.
Well, first I went and spoke to Berelzar, and he told me about Sothasil's experiments with divine energy and gave me his notes. And then I went to Balmora, and cultists had taken over a mine there. An Ashlander named Chodala had been inciting the tribes and claiming to be the Neravarine.
Berelzar faithfully served Sothasil. He's as loyal to the tribunal as I am. He would never intentionally harm Lord Vivek. But that tool he mentioned... Perhaps one of the priests Vivek sent away could search the temple archives for more information.
He sent away all his priests?
Lord Vivek doesn't want his followers to see him in such a weakened state.
Oh.
Only you, Canon Levuel, and myself are permitted into his palace now. Speaking of the palace, Lord Vivek wants to see you when we're done here.
Yes, but I want to give you all my information. There were cultists in that mine.
From what you discovered, I dare say there may be a correlation between the narcotic relic and the tool Berelzar mentioned. And it seems the Ashlander thieves are connected to Chodala. Your evidence points to a clear conclusion.
An Ashlander is inciting the tribes, which I don't think is good.
So your notes say, and this Saren assisted you. Interesting. Most Ashlanders want nothing to do with the tribunal. Even so, they rarely become aggressive. I'd say this Chodala bears watching. If we can spare it, I'll send an armiger to Aldrin.
Chodala's newfound power might have something to do with Vivek's problem.
Interesting theory. Perhaps Chodala's staff can steal Vivek's energy. But I have a hard time imagining how an Ashlander could accomplish such a feat. Lord Vivek said the draining has grown more intense since you left. It doesn't look well.
Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, well, I better go to him right away. At least the Archcanon is being a little more friendly. Doesn't treat me as if I'm a fly that he wants to swat. Okay, let's get up to the palace. I didn't even notice about the Red Mountain. I was too busy trying to figure out what the heck was going on.
I need to see Lord Vivek.
Oh no.
Lord Vivek isn't receiving visitors today.
All except for me. Excuse me. Oh, Canon Levuel is with him. Oh, he doesn't look well. He's not floating
My lord.
anymore.
Please, let me send for aid. Perhaps one of the healers can help you.
Pain is best tolerated in private, as I have written in the 37th ballad.
There must be something I can do.
You can call the Archcanon. He should hear the news our friend brings us.
Alright, well, he already knows, but... Lord Vivek, how are you feeling this day?
The river drains into the sea as my divinity flows out of me. Need some work. As you can see, I continue to lose energy, and it has made me somewhat agitated. Have you made any progress toward discovering the source of my discomfort?
I think an Ashlander named Chodola might be responsible for your condition.
An Ashlander? That seems unlikely, but I trust your instincts. We need to find out more about this Chodola and the ancient enemy that aids him. Take this. Another token of my appreciation. And look, here comes the Archcanon now.
Nice.
My
Level
lord,
6?
the Outlander may have actually discovered something.
Let's not level up just yet. Let's talk to the Archcanon.
After further examination of the documents you brought back, I have to agree with your assessment. The Ashlander Chodola has somehow siphoned divine energy away from Lord Vivek.
So do you know how we can restore it? By any chance?
Not exactly. But now that we know that the affliction isn't natural, we can work toward a solution, one that probably involves Chodola's staff. How the Ashlander got his hands on Sothasil's tool and turned it into a weapon is beyond me, though.
So you want me to acquire this staff?
Eventually, but we need to be cautious.
Okay.
If Chodola is as respected as you say, attacking him would start a war we can't afford to partake in. Go to Aldrin and talk to his sister, Saren. I don't trust her either, but she worked with you before. She needs to tell us more about Chodola and then help us acquire his staff. Without it, we can't restore Vivek. Meanwhile, I need to placate the populace. The people grow concerned over Vivek's continuing isolation.
All right. Get an XP scroll and some points. All right, let's get some more magicka. And we can get this under the medium armor. Increases my stamina recovery. Alright, well that sounds like that'd be good. Well, let's head on back to Aldrun. Gotta run past this guy. Don't want to get involved in that. Now there is a way shrine right here. It looks like it's activated, so we'll just take that back over. Yeah, it's the Temple Way Shrine. Alright. Okay, I think Saren was down here before. No? Oh, she might be at the other camp. I don't know, this doesn't look like a road. But we are getting closer. There we go. Well, look how close we are to the mountain. I don't know if all that smoke was coming out of it before. I don't recall seeing that. And there's ashes falling. Oh, this can't be good. Alright, we need to look. Saren.
Ashlander, quickly! This way! I've been thinking about my brother's claim that he's the Nerevarine since we last spoke. No matter how I try, the word tastes false on my tongue. And now I fear he's about to convince the wise woman that his quest for power will benefit the tribes.
Oh dear. Well, what can I do to help?
My brother is respected and revered. He has allies in all of the tribes, not to mention his personal Red Exiles. We have to proceed with caution. Respect the Ashlander customs and traditions. Anything else will lead to violence and bloodshed.
Okay, so what do we do?
We talked to my brother. Tried to convince him this isn't the way. Barring that, we make sure the wise woman doesn't get drawn into his madness. Whatever Chodala says or does, don't attack him. We don't need a war between the houses and the Ashlanders.
Okay, I'll follow your lead. Wise woman's hut.
The wise woman. I was hoping she'd be here.
You're too late, dear sister. Despite your protestations, the wise woman has gone to the cave of the incarnate to confirm my claim.
Brother, do you really want to pursue this dangerous course?
There was a time when you gave me your unconditional support, Seren. I miss those days.
This isn't good. He's kind of full of himself.
My brother Chodala's about to do something foolish and dangerous. But by dusk and dawn, Azura put you and I on the same path for a purpose. I just hope we have enough time.
What's he gonna do?
He's about to claim the title of the Nerevarine and try to unite the Ashlander tribes gathered here. He already convinced the Red Exiles to support him. He's using them to intimidate the other tribes. If he persuaded the wise woman to his cause...
Tell me about this wise woman.
Wise woman Dovrasi, the most respected counselor and spirit guide this side of Red Mountain. She went to the Cavern of the Incarnate to meditate on Chodala's claim. If she confirms my brother's assertion, the tribes will follow wherever he leads.
We need to talk to her.
Agreed, but I dare not leave Chodala alone with the tribes. I feel the hand of Azura in all this. Go to the Cavern of the Incarnate and talk to the wise woman. I'll stay here and try to keep things under control until you return.
All right.
The cavern's to the northeast of Aldrin, on the other side of the mountain. Hopefully, the rumbling and lava won't slow you down too much. Get to the cavern and talk to the wise woman.
There wasn't anything more that she probably was going to tell me. So we need to find this cave. And quick. Let's at least get headed in the correct direction. Perhaps if we follow the mountain around... Oh no. That's not the way we want to go. I'm gonna go this way. There's the wise woman. Okay, we found it.
Azura is my shield, you foul creatures.
Uh-oh. Okay, let's go.
An outlander. Surely there must be another way. No, my lady, of course not. I'll do as you ask. Come here, Outlander. We must talk. It feels strange to talk to an Outlander in such a sacred place, but the Queen of the Night Sky insists. I need to render judgment on an important claim, and she says you can help me reach the correct decision. The Red Exiles and a few others believe that Chodala is the Nerevarine. He's convinced them, but not me. I came here to consider my options. I fear a bloodbath if I oppose his claim.
Well, is there a way to prove that he's not the Nerevarine?
Perhaps, but I must remain impartial. If someone else reveals the flaws in Chodala's claims by comparing him to the failed incarnates, that might do the trick.
The failed incarnates?
We thought the incarnates were possessed by the spirit of Nerevar, but each had a critical flaw that made them destined to fail to fulfill the prophecy. Their spirits reside here.
I see.
Yes, you should speak to the incarnates. I see Azura's wisdom now.
So how do I talk to them?
Take this pouch of blessed grave dust. Sprinkle a pinch upon the bones of the incarnates to call forth their spirits. Return to Aldrin after you have learned all you can. Perhaps we can curb Chodala's ambitions before they lead us to war.
All right. Well, we have incarnate corpse right here. Let's use some grave dust. A Durai.
Once I was the hope of my people, but then my claim was proven false. Now I wait, and I hope for the Nerevarines' return. State your question, Outlander, and I shall do as Azura urges.
Why did they decide that you weren't the one?
To fulfill the prophecy, I followed a path of blood and war. In the end, my path became a road that led nowhere, and I was cast down from my lofty spot. Take my scroll, and help the wise woman understand the futility of a senseless war.
Okay. So, did I pick up a scroll? Yes. Alright, here's another one. Danat.
The Nerevarine remains a promise unfulfilled, and I am as guilty of prideful posturing as every other failed incarnate that occupies this hall. Ask your question and let's be done with this, Outlander.
Well, what ended your quest to become the Nerevarine?
The Nerevarine must listen as well as proclaim. I refused to accept wise counsel, which led to the doom of my tribe and the end of my quest to embody the spirit of Nerevar. Take my scroll and remind the wise woman that wisdom ignored is ignorance.
Okay, last but not least. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I want to talk. Ranso.
We are the failed incarnates, the Ashlanders, who proudly proclaimed themselves to be the Nerevarine, but were found wanting. The Lady of Dawn and Dusk urged us to cooperate. So ask your question, Outlander.
What flaw made you fail to fulfill the prophecy?
Take my scroll and help the wise woman see the lie of unbridled power. I thought myself the reborn Nerevar, for I was the strongest most powerful warrior in all the land. But power alone won't save my people. In the end, it couldn't even save me.
Mortal,
Oh,
let us speak.
well, you know, this isn't the first time we've heard Azura's voice.
I foresaw your usefulness before you even set foot in Vardenfell. Now comes a test that will challenge your ability to separate truth from lies. You must convince the tribes that Chodola is not the Nerevarine.
I communed with the incarnates, just as the wise woman commanded.
Doversee's wisdom outshines most other mortals. She recognizes the futility of Chodola's claim. If she rebuffs him, however, the tribes will turn on each other, and blood will flow. The staff, Sunra, it makes Chodola confident, reckless.
Yes, that staff is the source of Chodola's power.
Your instincts serve you well. Chodola's path took a dark turn. However, my sight clouds when I look too closely. Sothasil built Sunra, but he did not create it with this vile purpose in mind. You must act on my behalf, and Vivec's.
I'll do what you ask.
Then go. Return to Aldrun and help the wise woman reveal the falsehood of Chodola's claim. And let Saren assist you. She is my champion and a trusted friend of all Ashlanders.
How do I prove that Chodola isn't the Nerevarine?
Use what the Incarnate shared with you. Their failures point the way toward Chodola's downfall. But beware Chodola's power. He may not be the Nerevarine, but some greater agency has lent strength to his conviction.
Yes. All right, we need to leave this place. Maybe Saren's right outside. It appears that she's not right outside. So I think we're going to leave this episode here, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Please leave a like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye now.